So you get the all-purpose.
Yeah, yeah, you have to use all-purpose flour, yeah. Normal
Okay.
flour, not cake flour or nothing.
Okay.
Yeah. Rinse that chicken breast off, put it in there. I'm gonna put both of them in. Got the skin on because it will give the broth a little bit more flavor. So that's why I do that.
And put both of those cans in.
Well, yeah, because I am gonna put both cans in. Because I'm just gonna put flour in the bowl.
How much are you putting in there?
I'm just putting a couple,
About 2 cups.
about 2 cups or more, because I've got more eggs. And I'm gonna put some salt in the egg. I think I'm just gonna. Probably gonna put about about a teaspoon or so of salt, like that. And then I'm gonna take a fork. Instead of using that, I'm just gonna mix some eggs up like that.
So
Like in the flour, like that. With just the flour and the eggs. The eggs was about a teaspoon or so of salt, and then I start mixing this up with the flour.
Where did you learn how to do this?
My mom always made chicken and noodles when I grew up. And Chuck's mom always makes chicken and noodles. And this is how you do it. You just start. All it is eggs and flour and salt, a little salt for flavoring. That's all there is to it. And then when you get the roll, then you get it where I'm going to rinse my hands again. And I did wash my hands good. Now you got to start mixing it up like this. You have to go like that, just like you was making a pie crust.
Okay.
You just work that stuff in. You know, all the flour that's on the side, you just mix it up and then you have to, till it gets to a consistency where it's really sticking together. See, I might even have to add more flour, I don't know. Till you kind of figure out that it's going to be easy to roll out like a pie crust.
Okay.
Oops. Then that should be easy to roll out. And what I usually have to do, since I've got a noodle board, I'm going to have to divide that up and make 2 rolls because you're supposed to roll the noodles out real thin. I mean the dough real thin before you cut them. And my noodle board won't take all that at once. So, but that's the part there. So what we'll do.
Nope.
All you got to remember is probably for you guys maybe 3 eggs, maybe 4. Depends on how much you do. Put the flour in there. Put the salt in with the eggs before you put it in, because that will give the noodles a little bit more flavor, you know.
Okay.
They won't be so flat tasting, because actually they are going to cook in chicken broth anyway, which is still a little salty anyway, you know.
Where did you get that?
At a hardware store. They sold. Okay.
Okay.
Alright, I put the flour on the board.
Okay.
Then I put that half of that dough on there because I have to divide it up because you know, by the time I get that rolled out,
Okay.
it'll take up too much. I can't, because you have to roll it thin. And this is what you need muscles for. And then I use it so far, and then I turn it around to spread the flour a little bit more.
Your mom used to make this?
Oh yeah, because we raise chickens, and we every Sunday she'd either make chicken and noodles, you know, bigger hunks, or then she'd make fried chicken or something like that. But we raise chickens.
You do it really thin, huh?
Yeah, real thin. So it takes a while to do this. But once you start doing it,
Wow, sure rolls out pretty far.
yeah, it does. And that's why I couldn't do the whole thing.
And you got that board
From a hardware store. Long time ago when we first moved here. Before that, I think I just used my cabinet or, you know,
Yeah,
space, countertop.
and your rolling pin. So
That, I don't know, that's just an old rolling pin. I don't even, it's not that good of a rolling pin. It's the only one I got though. I had a,
okay, so that's thin enough?
yeah, that's thin enough.
Okay, now what?
Well, I can start cutting them out. So all you do is just start any place and just
Make little slices?
yeah. I used to have a noodle cutter, but usually I do it by hand, and I'm not that funny.
You're not
I'm not
fussy?
that particular about it.
Okay.
I just cut them like that. I mean, a lot of people. If you had a noodle if you had a noodle cutter, which I used to have, they do about the same size like that. But this is chicken and noodles is like a German. I think it's like a German heritage or something like that. I don't know. Probably learned how to, and the United States probably learned that from Germany or something. I don't know. They make, it's kind of old-fashioned stuff. And I'm not that fussy making cutting out my noodles.
So you're gonna put the noodles in the broth?
Yeah, when it starts getting starting to get warm again.
Okay, so it's got to simmer.
Yeah, it's got to simmer in the broth.
Okay, tell me.
It's got to start getting hotter again. So what you do? Just drop these in here. And when I get them in there, then I'll take the fork and separate them.
Okay.
And you take the fork and you just kind of, mix them up. They just gotta cook in that broth.
Okay.
And you don't put the chicken, while this is cooking, then simmering in there. After the noodles get done, it'll probably take about maybe a half an hour, less than a half an hour. When you have to kind of figure out when they feel like they're cooked. Sometimes I take one and I'll take a small thing, and if they're too chewy, that means they're not quite done yet.
Okay.
Or something. But you don't put the chicken in until the noodles are done.
Okay. And then so the mashed potatoes will.
Yeah, them are
you'll
good.
put those down, and then you put the noodles on top of the mashed potatoes.
Yeah, I usually get a couple tablespoons or put some on mashed potatoes on your plate and noodles and on the side, but then put a couple of the noodles juice or noodles on top of the mashed potatoes.
Okay. Okay, so now what?
So all you do is just, burn your fingers.
So you just.
All I do is to make sure that there's no bones in. Wait a minute. No bones in that piece of chicken, and all I do is make little pieces like that.
Okay.
And when the noodles get cooked, you don't put the chicken in till the last minute.
Okay. I guess I can do.
Most of them take the noodles, they don't want to eat the chicken.
Oh, really?
Yeah, chicken is good for you,
Oh.
Well, Chuck has never been a chicken eater,
Oh.
but he likes the noodles. Oh, he'll eat the chicken too.
The potatoes are cooking pretty good.
Yeah, they're done.
Do you want me to drain them?
In a minute. Turn it off. See that stuff like that, you gotta be careful. You gotta take some of that stuff off. And usually that dark spot there, or whatever it is,
Yeah, you
there's
don't.
a bone there. I cut that off because, here's a bone. It's not done yet, that's for sure, but
So it's not done?
no, they're not done yet.
Oh, okay. How can you tell?
Because I know they're not done, because I'm like, it's longer than that. Because they're not tender enough yet.
You need milk and butter?
Yep, I'm going to do it, but I usually squash them a little bit first.
Okay. Yum, yum.
A little bit of salt and pepper in it. Just a little bit more butter.
I'm gonna check to see if it's done.
Yeah, we'll see if they're done. The town is hot.
Is it hot? Mmm. It's good to me. But I'm not sure what it's supposed to taste like. Tastes done to me.
Yeah, they're done. They're done enough. So I'll just add this chicken. That's all there is to it, really. As far as I'm concerned, it's done. That's all I ever do. And then I mix it up, and you don't have to cook them anymore. They just add that chicken in there, because the chicken is done too. And just let it sit there in the broth.
Yum,
And
yum.
as far as I'm concerned, it's done.
Thank you, Grace, for showing me. They look good.
Okay. Ridiculous. That's plenty. He's too much.
He's been smelling it all day. He says, oh, I'm hungry. And he doesn't like the chicken, huh?
Too bad. He's gonna get it. He's gonna get some anyway. He's just not gonna eat the noodles up.
Oh, that looks beautiful. Yum, yum.
That's all he's gonna get right now. Because he's sick.
He likes cottage cheese.
Well, yeah, he needs to have some vitamins.